Hi there, I'm Bernadette Wagner, the Community Outreach Coordinator for Hospice of Washington County, and I'd like to welcome you to Healing, Hope, and Health. Today it's my privilege to introduce Tim Barry. Tim received his nursing degree from Southern Adventist University in 2005 and worked for 4 years as a cardiac and pulmonary telemetry nurse. Since joining Hospice of Washington County in 2008, Tim has earned his hospice and palliative nurse certification and has held a variety of important positions. He currently serves as the organization's Quality, Education, and Compliance Manager. Tim joins us today to talk about Hospice of Washington County's efforts to provide quality training and ongoing educational opportunities to its staff. Hospice of Washington County takes great pride in having a staff that is both incredibly compassionate and highly trained. Tim, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
So Tim, let's start off with who on the hospice team is responsible for teaching our staff?
Well, it starts with Jeff Crosby, our clinical education coordinator. He and I together provide the majority of the training to the staff in the office. He provides updates on primarily clinical items, and then I instruct our staff on regulatory and compliance issues.
Okay, and is Jeff more in-house and you're more out in the field, or do you both do both?
Both of us provide education both in the office and to the community.
Okay, great. What sorts of in-house training does HWC offer to the staff?
We have, in addition to routine instruction and education by leadership, we receive webinars from the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization, NHPCO, twice a month, and the Hospice and Palliative Network of Maryland provides webinars once a month.
That's great. And do our nurses and our staff receive continuing education credits for these, or how does that work?
Yes, there are continuing education credits associated with those webinars for nursing staff and CNAs who complete their certification for hospice and palliative care. They are able to utilize those continuing education credits to recertify. And
if I understand right, I think Jeff the other day was saying that the recertification period is every 4 years, so they have to get a certain number of credits. Is that correct?
That's correct. Generally, for nursing, it's around 100 continuing education hours.
And just because we have time, I was wondering if you would go into a little bit more detail about what does it require, what does somebody have to do in order to get that certification?
For nursing staff, they need to complete an exam, and then ongoing for the recertification, they need to complete a number of continuing education hours. As I said, generally about 100 hours, depending on what other education and clinical advancement experiences they've had, such as writing in being published in a journal, or providing education to the community and that sort of thing. For nursing assistants, they take an exam each time they recertify.
And I think I heard somewhere that the nursing exam is like a 3-hour exam, so it's a big deal. It's a very
long exam, yes.
So when people get it, it's a real cause to celebrate and recognize our staff.
Yes.
That's great. Do you and Jeff, you said that you do some training outside in the community. What kind of topics do you present to community groups?
We provide a lot of education to community groups based in part on what their reported needs are. We can cover lots of conversations about end of life, caring for a dementia patient at end of life, infection control protocols, the MOLST form, and many other things pertaining to end of life.
So basically, if an organization has a question, they could call you and say, hey, could you come talk to us on this topic, and you and Jeff would be responsive to them?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we can try to tweak our education to whatever their particular needs are.
Okay, and where do you do these community presentations?
They can be done at a church, a community organization, a nursing facility, wherever there would be a group of people who would want to learn more about a specific topic.
Okay, well, that sounds great. And I really appreciate you being here today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and good luck to you and Jeff as you continue to support our staff in being the best staff that provides care to the patients here in Washington County.
Thank you.
Sure. I'd like to thank Tim for being a guest on today's program and for the important work he does to ensure that Hospice of Washington County staff provides the highest quality care to patients and their families. HWC is an organization that does not rest on its past accomplishments. It is constantly in quality improvement mode, ever seeking to better serve the residents of Washington County. This commitment to excellence has led Hospice of Washington County to pursue innovative strategies of caring for those on life's journey, from establishing community life centers that enrich and strengthen the entire community, to creating a palliative care practice that supports those with chronic disease who are not yet ready for hospice care, to opening Dewey's House. Hospice of Washington County wants to be your companion through life's journey. I hope you will let us know if and when we can be of help. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this brief message.